Is it but straight up snatch? I'm hearing you keep detaining my car. I was going to ask you, staying on the Cienjo.
Aren't you the guest from the Astro?
They're in trouble?
Looks like you've met this IP. I was sent here to deal with the and this is Mr.
So, you...
Like I wanted.
What do you mean by
Then why did you bring... Listen here. Even if there are dangers...
But you'll have to... I understand.
In most cases, we...
Biological...
I'm afraid we'll need to wait...
The Alliance is regulating...
Oh, really?
This Mr. Scott. I heard how you helped our...
What are you guys whispering about?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations, too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IP.
Back in Arum Alley, you were dealing with civilian merchant, but this time, the Cloud Knight Lieutenant standing before you represents the will of Lafu's general, and won't be...
Of course. I'm sure we both want a peaceful resolution.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I want things to be resolved peacefully, even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property.
Don't underestimate Cienjo technology. Even if they...
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator. But I'm different. I'm an IPC member. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the car...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Cienjo Legal Code, all official and private goods upon entering the port shall be subject...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll...
Confiscate it? How can you Cienjo...
If this were Pier Point, an incoming cargo posed a sick...
That's true. But the IP... We both need to follow the regulations.
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations. If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, they won't just make things difficult for your business.
But of course, I never wanted conflict with the Cienjo. Like I said. Well, you guys sure know. Fine. I'll allow...
So, Mr. Well...
Yeah, you've got some
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cienjo Jumi.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected...
It doesn't matter.
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't...
Wait a minute!
Well, that's... Our ship will leave in a...
Your ship can leave whenever. According to the import, since we can't determine, normally it'll only take a...
Only?
Why so surprised? You're still young.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not...
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection. But... Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for. Well, honestly, bro.
This lady... Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off. How unexpected. That was a surprise.
Leave it to me. Stand down. Rules are made to be broken. You know nothing of the weight to survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a shot.
Let's make it quick.
Let's begin.
That's better.
I can't die.
Just a little something.
I can't die. So feeble. I am struck. Dying soul. Accept your punishment.
Let's go.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the...
I'm on it. Please follow me.
Well,
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates.
I'll take some samples.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous... As for you, Mr. Kraft... I had a feeling that the...
I should thank you for saving. I thought the General's retainers were... As for you, it's still early. And you three are coming too.
to pay my respects to the new Cauldron Master. Is that guy working today?
All these years, the tides come and go.
You're Lofun.
Yes, it's...
The view here,
Oh, really?
even if it's impressive.
Well, in my humble opinion. My bad. Well, see,
What would you like to discuss?
I was lucky and honestly, the alchemy...
Well, the Vidyadhara and the
I may not know about.
I see. While the Lux arrow from the rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, just like how the Cloud Knights can our Xianzhou for 30 years ago, my mentors, unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed...
What?
You heard it right. Alas, don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you. Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well...
You stole my sword!
I see. Let's skip the end.
Why do I keep bumping into... Of course not.
Grip, now that I see...
Do you really...
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just... You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes?
Well, sure, fine. You don't have to give it back, because I'll...
Between these two, it is my first date. Well, I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, I've received reports.
Clearing... It's the Cloud Knight's duty.
Oh, it's so hard for me. Ever since the disciples of Saint, if you want a contest, I'll be the referee.
Lingsha. That's really thoughtful of you, Colt.
So, are you both? Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your sword.
Can we... Time for sword play. Strike apart.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Let's begin. Show me your courage.
How many can you block?
Let's go. Leave it to me. Stand down. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Use all your might. Burn it all.
Time for sword play. Blade and flight.
Are made to be broken.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Let's begin.
Just a scratch. How many can you block?
always witness glory. Forever doomed.
Time for swordplay. Strike apart.
Show me your courage. Dying soul, face me. Now accept your punishment. I am struck. Forever doomed.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Are made to be broken. Leave it to me.
I win, Monsieur. Why don't you just give me back my sword? Sincere, consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the neck.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand,
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take...
who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby. I thought I'd see my... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the War Dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Shao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Shao? The Merlin's Claw of the...
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Sanzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General. Known to all and unbeknown to none.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't know. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lafu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a bit. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Shao for her guidance and bury the hatchet? Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Shao. Say, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to the...
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Shao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's...
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the dragon.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Daddy?
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Law Fu is prospering.
But I know you're going...
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters...
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway,
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
the longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Law Fu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me...
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the... as long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My...
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read.
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for...
Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped? I mean, when you...
Mind.
You think so too, right?
I agree. I was talking...
Thanks for the kind word. I've had my fair share.
Don't underestimate yourself.
I see.
I bet it's about how...
I really don't want to get...
scarce gift service? Look no further.
I'm at my wit's end here.
I don't believe in ghosts.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine force?
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, these three braved...
Well, but despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, over the years, there are fools. But I've seen enough.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the ambrosial arbor crisis on behalf of the...
No.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come. The Marshal is well...
Thanks for your
By introducing, as for the Oh, by the way... Yes, it's this. There will be numerous. The host will dispatch.
What's that?
This sword case is it? I don't mean to boast, but I've been wondering. Moreover,
Thank you for...
If you want to give me a... I know you're all... Yeah. And the outcome of our duel, that's exactly what I...
Not to be rude.
while you both seem... We don't know who the winner will...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, I'd be greatly pleased.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is...
I noticed just...
Oh, wait. Are you serious? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden?
Isn't this a perfect chance?
Yeah.
Miss March is...
I appreciate your... Oh, plus... That's consider...
Looks like March is...
So, Miss Yunli...
General...
Yang Qing. Teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years.
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing...
It's...
Yeah.
It'll be great learning sword.
Hey, I'm on...
Great. Yunli and I will...
You're... General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think...
Yeah,
Because... But from his point of view, since the crew's actions were met, and he wants to see it.
Elder Hawaiian is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because... in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's been 30 years since we last saw each other, right? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights. And I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought? Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your... So that healer with the... Jiao Chou. Given I'm relieved to know that as your friend. The Arbor's rebirth. Although, as you know, the Lawfu preceptor, it is for these reasons. Well, duty... I understand. The Lawfu has enjoyed... Unfortunately. That's true. Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shack? The nemesis of the... Usually, only... The Foxians and the... Given the situation, that's why I was sent here. It's all bad news. Well, not everything. Tell me more. The Verdant Knights followed... However, some... Our people? No. Not...
with your crime by pretending to be a waiter? There you are.
You haven't forgotten about...
Hey, what?
This is, let me make it clear. Swordplay training? I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least...
Is it too late for...
You need to toughen up and...
You're so... Bye.
I've found a quiet spot.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late?
Why is everyone on the Lawfu so laid back?
So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I'm just showing you what Lawfu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about...
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju Ming sword... Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
What's this?
Sword practice...
You're awesome, Nancy!
Actually,
Huh? You have a gift.
since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way. Unfortunately, I didn't...
Thank you,
Bet you...
I'm so lucky to have two great masters.
De marca 5 estrelas ou
Why
dada de
does it feel
graça?
like things are getting
menos
a
a skin.
bit weird?
Nada a ver. Só foi pra vender.
So, what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect.
All right.
Wait.
Well, come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where...
If you're ready, let's be. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
Please, have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Nossa, bicuda.
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Like this?
Well done!
Here you go, master.
Blade and flight!
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Swordplay! Practice is over. Towards the finish!
I could take 10 of you.
Counter, né?
Strike with heart!
Awesome. With a true heart and focused mind. Here I come.
Ah, avança turno. Ataca, avança turno.
I didn't expect the first lesson.
Miss March is quick, however, given the situation. Her strength. Seriously, I could ask you, in skilled swordmaster, theorist, you claim to be able to.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, master.
But it does matter. Just.
Olha só, deixa eu escutar.
pom-pom. We're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
matando.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both.
Get real. You've only been practicing for...
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training.
Decades? But I'll be an old...
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou...
Let me see.
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the...
Why are you two arguing?
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills?
This is Mr. Zhao.
Got it.
Sorry for the miss.
If you know nothing about...
From my profession, it's like your sword, for example. Well, it's...
So...
I'm a healer, seeing the way you're looking at me.
Seriously?
Do you recognize this box?
No.
This is...
Is it...
Well, it depends on... Increase the dose. This thing can...
That make...
Hey, why the insult?
Seems like you get...
Picture this. In the throes of surviving the battle.
Perhaps you've underestimated. When I was appointed as the... This is how the war dance is...
That's quite an... Hearing you speaks...
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship? Let's go. I'll give you...
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Zhao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in...
It doesn't look all that
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommission tomorrow. Since I was a kid, I understand even in the thick of battle each day. But then, after that, I often asked while the general could teach me the art of swordplay. He couldn't teach me why I should keep it. After talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, as a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of That's why.
Oh, Yenqing.
Age doesn't really...
It's not polite.
I'm not asking you.
You don't talk like...
Well, Sounds like that mind of yours is just...
I bet you've got enough... Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no... So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yenqing is the...
Hey, what do you mean?
Well, it's better...
What?
Oh, judging from my... Well, we've...
What?
It's getting late. By the way, Yenqing...
Actually...
I understand.
reason. All right. I'll take...